Hey guys, welcome back to Vintage RC. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is dedicated RC car channel restoring vintage RC cars, trucks, boats. We'll do some custom builds around the holiday season and new builds as long as it has a vintage tie-in. So what we're looking at here is something super cool. This is Kyosho's limited edition, kind of like a homage or a tribute to Joel Magic Johnson's IFMAR World's 87 World's Championship winning buggy. Super cool. If you're not familiar with Joel Magic Johnson or Joel Johnson, definitely Google him up. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there. Just super cool to know that there's superheroes in the world that drive RC cars. And in my opinion, he is one of those. Just for example, he was 13 years old in a 1/12 scale racing class with men my age now, basically, 50 and on up, some younger, of course. And he was only 13 and would beat him. So that's amazing. That's true talent. That's a gift. And yeah, just amazing. So let me show you the box real quick. Just got to give you a little bit of history about the man. Now, this car is pretty easy to go together. It's not too crazy. I think the hardest part of the whole car was probably the wing. But we'll get into that in just a second. There's also a Joel Magic Johnson signature limited edition motor that he was in partnership with Trinity, I believe. So let me show you the car itself. So I did paint the tires, a little wording on there. It looks pretty cool with the lettering, but they will wear out if you're driving it. So kind of look good even without it. So super cool. We did a little bit of a custom scheme to the roof. They do give you a chrome sticker on top, but the sticker to me just kind of look a little gaudy for myself. And it's a little too wide and everything like that. So I removed it. And I wanted to sort of tie in with the medallion that's on top of here. And when I had that on there, it just didn't look good to me. So I just went with some stainless steel paint and put that on here. Looks to me way better. Also, we needed to trim the wing stay on here because it just protruded too far out. So I just cut about 1 inch or so, almost 1 inch off the length of it. And that way I could bring this thing in closer and have less protrusion. Plus, this thing is not light, so especially with all the paint that's on here. I'll talk to you about that in a second because that's the hardest part of the whole build, the rear wing. So let's take this off as well, and I'll show you more detail about this bad boy. Pull that off here. Be careful when you paint these cars with the body, with this one. And here is the chassis. Carbon chassis, full ball bearings, except for the front bracketry in the steering. It gives you just bushings. So if you can, maybe invest in some ball bearings for that. I'm not going to run this car so much, so I don't need to do that. And I'll show you Joel Magic Johnson's cool little motor that's in here. It's pretty much just a sport tune motor. It's not really a super racy motor. So it's pretty standard for an intermediate motor. There's his face on there. See if you can see it. So, but pretty neat. I love it. I think this thing is so sweet. Yeah. Good suspension. I did kind of scuff the back of the 60th anniversary anodized plating back there for it. It's kind of like a gunmetal because it will do a wheelie with this type of motor. Or you could just gear up. That's probably what I'll do in the future because I feel like it's got so much more power. And it runs out of steam because it needs a taller pinion. So I'll probably upgrade the pinion gear. And that way it'll give me a little bit more top speed. So yeah, that's that. Let me talk to you about the wing real quick. The nightmare of it all. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then for the motor, since it's a vintage motor and used motor, I had to get some brushes for it, and I went with Yara Racing's brush kit. So they give you brushes and new springs. So that was awesome. The steering is a Shorty CS Power. I think it's a 15 kg servo. Plenty powerful, this thing. It's a ball bearing type. Works great. I mean, everything works good. This is the problem. Because the paint I chose was a pearl white from Tamiya, polycarbonate paint. And it takes a lot. Plus I was backing it up with a silver. Man, this would be the problem right here, because you need to get the paint inside of this little small zone. And it's so hard to get enough paint in there, especially if it's pearl, almost like a candy white pearl paint. So I did it, and I put so many coats, and I still couldn't get enough penetration of paint in there, right on the sides. It's still not quite enough, but it was running so much, it was starting to look tacky, so I just kind of had to back off. Yeah, just a nightmare to do. The wing is a nightmare. But other than that, everything was awesome. And I'm saying it's a nightmare just because there's so much, it's so much work. There's got to be another way to do it. I'm going to try to do some other methods to try to figure out how to get that done. Let's talk about other projects we got coming up. We got the Ultima Mid Worlds prototype that we got to do. We got the King Blackfoot from Tamiya. Not many of those around. We got the Mini Quake, the Monster Beetle, TC3 we got to do, and the XX. I know you guys are hearing me going on about the XX. I got to get that thing done. Then we got the Tonka and Hasbro collaboration for their fastest RC, the 240 mile per hour scale speed car. Then we got a 78 Cox BMW to do. We got some other cars to do as well. Coming to the channel is going to be the Team Associated RC10cc. Then we do also have the Yokomo Dogfighter that's coming to the channel. And also I do have a Yokomo 834B I just got that's coming as well. And then we got the Kawada racing sedan kit to build. And there's just so much. Oh, and I got a limited edition GTO with Tomy involved, our sedan race car. You just don't see at all, and they're kind of like a unicorn, basically. So super stoked to get that on the channel too. So a lot of cool rare cars are coming, and some new cars are coming too. So let's go ahead, without further ado, dive into what it took to make the Joel Max Johnson's race-winning 87 Ultima come to life. And that's all going to start right now. Alrighty, so here it is. We're going to do the open box of the Kyosho Ultima 87 JJ Replica 60th Anniversary Limited Edition Buggy here. Super stoked. Can't wait to open this one up for you. And very special buggy for me. I'm a huge fan of the driver, Mr. Johnson. And I also have a motor that's going to go in this one. I'll show you that real quick. I'm going to put this one in it. I hope you can spot it. So, kind of cool, huh? So that's going to be neat. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So this one is kind of cool. It has a little handle. Sort of see it right here. And out of the way. I'll show you the back of it real quick. So, all right. Now let's go ahead and undo these little sticker pieces here. Undo them. Here is all the package contents. A little bit of a disarray. And then I got the white. This is mostly like a pearlescent white. So that's that. Let's go ahead. All right. So that's pretty much everything, my friends. Peekaboo. All right, now we're gonna go for the top speed. Let's see what she does. I'd say 20 something. 21 miles an hour, not too shabby. Let's go to the run review. Let's see what she does. Oh man, this thing drives so good. It is planted. This thing is planted, guys. Let's adjust my steering trim a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I had a feeling this one was going to be a really nice running car. Look at this. What a beaut. And although I'm probably not going to drive this one all that much, it's just nice to see it. The handling is just killer. Look at that, just perfect. That old vintage brush motor's doing its job. Go Joe Johnson. And you can make this car scream. I'm talking like really go for it. But just, you know, I'm not really needing a speed demon car, but it's nice to see what this car could do. It makes a really good sound too. It's getting the business going. The transition from side to side is killer. Awesome, just awesome. And if you let off the gas a little bit, you could definitely get it to respond quicker. Does a wheelie. I mean, just a great little runner. If you don't get a this kind of Kyosho Ultima, just get a Kyosho Ultima, period. They're amazing. And they look great. What a screamer, I'll tell you. Alrighty, let's go hit some jumps now. Had a blast building this one. This one was awesome, and to run it obviously was a joy. So got a lot of other RC cars coming on the channel, some new ones actually, and some vintage ones. So please hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe. I promise you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next, guys. Take care.